Subscribe to this channel to hear truth. Thank you.
I've not even heard of some of these castles, I have to be honest with you.
Yeah, so the thing about the castles is that, you've got different levels of castles. As we've talked about the hierarchy of the system, that at the very top you've got the Mothers of Darkness, then you've got the councilmen. Some of those, many of those councilmen are going to be the heads of the bloodline families. Now, mixed within those bloodlines, um, you get into some of the really dark truths in our history, that there are people within those bloodlines, generational lines that come from lines where they participate in things like vampirism. The other thing is werewolves. Usually, you know, within those groups, there are bloodline royalties. So those are more of the vampire stories that you're going to hear through history, are those that came from the royal lines.
It has always been my opinion that every legend is rooted in truth. Kashtis Castle in Hungary carries the legend of Elizabeth Bathory, the bloody countess and suspected serial killer. She was born into a powerful Transylvanian family. Her uncle, Stephen Bathory, was king of Poland. She was accused of killing more than 600 servants over a terrifying span of 25 years. The missing girls were local girls who worked in the castle. No one cared, until girls of noble blood began disappearing. An investigation was demanded. The countess was never formally tried, but remained locked in a castle tower until her death in 1614. It is believed she bathed in the blood of her victims after torturing them unmercifully. To keep her youthful appearance and to use in her spells, she never found the immortality. These bloodline families maintained power through deception and marital alliances. The family of Vlad Dracul, better known as Dracula, were members of the Order of the Dragon. The name Dracul means son of the dragon or Satan. Bram Stoker's novel was based on this family. Vlad warred with the Ottoman Empire, and he had a fearsome reputation for impaling his enemies. It is said that he ate his dinner amongst the dead and dying impaled enemies, and ate bread soaked in their blood. He left the bodies for all to see, as a warning against opposing him. Tens of thousands of his enemies were impaled and died a slow, agonizing death. Vlad's ghost has been seen at Poenari Castle, where he lived and governed his country. Disembodied voices, shadow figures, orbs, strange noises have all been reported there. Locals report the apparitions and tortured wails of those he impaled across the countryside. Windsor Castle in Great Britain is full of history and royal intrigue and scandals. Early in Elizabeth's reign, controversies surrounding her and Prince Philip simmered. An arrest warrant for the royal couple was issued in 2012, but nothing came of it that we know. There have been questions around the relationships of royals with certain evil people, such as the British royal family's connections with Jimmy Savile and Jeffrey Epstein.
Elizabeth Bathory. Again, I'm going to say that name, Elizabeth Bathory. Do a little research on her. You'd be surprised with the connections in that bloodline between Elizabeth Bathory, Queen Elizabeth, Vlad the Impaler.
That are considered the hierarchy children. In that world, you've got two groups of children. You've got the children that are born into the system, or they're stolen or kidnapped from other families and adopted into the system. That's what I'd like to get into a little bit today, is talking kind of, some of those strange things. So, like one of the things that would happen is, they would have us all bake cookies together. And this happened not just at Gloria's house, but several of, people who were connected to the Windsor house or other royal family people, UN leaders. We'd end up at their house and, they would tell us we were going to be baking cookies, and they'd have these really large bowls. There would be, probably 5 or 10 children involved. And I'd like to refer people, if you search for it, you can find the video from this Christmas of little Prince George having to make Christmas pudding. And if you watch that video, they just keep piling in the bread and the hard ingredients until it's so hard he can't stir it any longer. And then they encourage him to start stabbing it. And so this practice, like, it seems like you're just baking cookies, but what they're really teaching children how to do is how to stab, and that's getting them ready for their first ritual.
This summer is going to shock the world. There's going to be a lot of light that will be shed. There will be a lot of arrests that will be made with the crimes that we discuss in these occultic rituals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right on, and am in agreement with that. I believe things are going to be moving swiftly and quickly, and that we're going to be, we need to have our hearts prepared, because it's, no matter how much we think we've known or how ready we are, nobody can really ever be ready for what's about to be revealed to the world. I think that, many people will not be able to handle what's about to be brought forward.
Thanks for watching.